everyone. I'm Shraddha Surana. I'm a principal data scientist at Thoughtworks and an AI researcher at BITS Pilani, Goa. I'm pursuing my PhD there. I have quite a few publications in journals, and I speak at various national and international conferences. And if you go through the conferences I have spoken at, they are quite diverse, from chatbots to astrophysics to life sciences, and of course, machine learning and AI. And the common theme being AI. So I have always been interested in the brain. And when I got into Imperial College London for MBBS, I had already decided I will either be a neurosurgeon or go into research in the same space. Well, that was not to happen, and fate led me to engineering, where AI was my favorite subject in the curriculum. And this was more than a decade ago, like much before AI was a thing, much before even data. And I guess instead of the biological neural networks, I started studying the artificial neural networks. And one aspect of AI that makes me stay is the unknown, the vagueness in the space, the structure and clarity that is required to be bought in many of the areas within AI and the applications that are using AI. And while a lot of AI was machine learning before large language models and ChatGPT came in, now a lot of it is how do we use these large language models in many of the applications? How to use this more of a wild thing to create something more deterministic, And for me, the way I think about it, artificial intelligence is also a little bit close to philosophy, and both are of interest to me. Now, as a woman and as a new mother, I have a lot of responsibilities, and the pace at which this field is progressing is frankly a little hard to keep up. And I continue to face this challenge, but I have learned to ask myself, do I really need to know this? And it's difficult to say no to such a question because, again, it's an unknown space. We don't know where it's going to take off. We don't know which part of AI you really need to focus on at the moment. And the advice that I would like to give to others, and frankly to myself also, and keep reminding myself also time and again, is that you cannot keep up with everything. So focus on a few things and do that well. And with everything on the internet, AI being accessible to everyone, learning and trying things out is no longer a barrier. So make full use of it, but you don't need to know everything. And you don't need to try every other LLM or every other AI tool that comes up. For a man to apply to a job, even if he clears like 60% of the requirements, you would go ahead and apply. But a woman would feel that she needs to have 100%, like all the checkbox tick marked. And that is the kind of mindset that we need to be more patient with ourselves. We need to give ourselves a little bit of leeway and go for it. So what excites me in this space for opportunities for women is the possibilities. So if innovation in the large language models keeps progressing at the same pace, the future is quite exciting. I also think large language models are not the holy grail. There's a lot of talk about artificial general intelligence, and I don't think we can achieve AGI with large language models alone. So there is still scope for a lot of research, for a lot of innovation to happen in this space. And if you're more on the applied side, there are ways to explore of how to best make use of these models as well. So how do you mitigate hallucinations? How do you build a reliable application around them? It's my hope that more and more women feel confident in picking up roles in the AI space and make a mark, because that is that's the only way to make applications diverse, take diversity into account, and hopefully create applications which are less biased. So we need you out there, not only for yourself, but to represent the community at large, to represent women at large, to make sure these models have representation, to make sure the applications that are using these models have a representation. And for women starting their journey, honestly, I feel the world is quite different from when I started off. I was lucky that the MOOCs, the massively online open courses, had just started at that point in time. So maybe enroll in a curated course, and there are many available out there online, which are free as well. Machine Learning and AI by Andrew Ng is one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite instructors. He unravels the concepts very nicely, and understanding the concepts always helps. Another important thing that I would want to stress out is reach out to mentors. That makes life quite simple in understanding if you have someone to guide you. And many would be happy to guide you based on their experiences, what they have learned. And mainly, I would say don't withhold yourself. So if you don't try, you anyways haven't got there. If you feel you're interested in this space, you would like to make a contribution, you would like to make a career in this space, I would say don't withhold and just go for it.